Morning. It's Wednesday, September 24th, 2014. And what has likely needed to happen in the closest relationship of my life has definitely now happened. I haven't been able to let it go for months. For months, I've known that this man who loves me very, very much, but who has very deep issues of being controlling, of not fully trusting, and who still has similar issues as it pertains to money that I also had for most of my life. This man cares for me, there's no doubt. This man has demonstrated that and done things that he's never done in his life. But he's not ready for me. He's not ready for the level that I've already demonstrated I'm ready for. I have shown that I am ready and capable of giving without conditions. I have not for one single second looked back and regretted any of the money that I paid forward when I launched this very visionary idea almost 2 years ago. While the plan that I had has definitely not at all panned out in the way that I imagined, and while it has made it very challenging for me to maintain my faith, to maintain the belief in myself, in my abilities and in my dreams, I am still standing. I have learned lessons that I have not allowed myself to fall back on. Namely, sacrificing my living space, which is the only thing that I have for myself and to myself, and able to gift myself right now in my life. I needed a stable living space that allowed me to continue to do the work that I've been trying to do every day of my life for 2 years. Does that mean that right now I'm living in a place that's a little bigger than I need? Yeah. But I didn't have a real job. I didn't have a lot of options to shop around. I stumbled upon, through friends, this place with a very young landlord who only needed and cared about the fact that I had the first, the last, and the deposit. And that was almost 2 years ago. I have fallen way away from me in the past year, and it has been very difficult for me to identify the main reason why that has been the case. Is it because I had to go and dive headfirst back into the money game and deal with the very big, very real consequences of the choices that I made financially in the launching of my company, of my work? Or was it the man that I met? Now I know, and I've known all along, it wasn't coincidental or accidental that I met him on the exact day that my financial situation shifted dramatically. Or was it because of what our relationship has been and done to me. Basically turned me inside out and upside down. At first it was for very good reasons. Because I jumped all in, like I'm known to do. I shared way too much, way too soon, all of me. All of me, all of what was going on in my life. He practically moved in the second month. And almost immediately I knew we were not on the same page. There were two very, very big issues. At that time, the level of spiritual awareness that we had and the relative, personal, individual spiritual experiences that one has when they begin to awaken. And two was our very, very, very different beliefs about money. And I've been going against my gut for approximately 8 months, hanging on to something because it's been a greater love than I've ever known. And I let myself believe that I wouldn't be capable of finding the exact kind of love and support that I'm putting out into the world. And that is what I deserve, and that is what I desire. And this man, more capable than any other man yet that I've met and felt drawn to, and who's felt drawn to me, absolutely capable of things and demonstrating a level of love that many have not been able to do and likely would not be able to do. But all while demonstrating very, very strong male energy, very judgmental of what he can't understand in how and what I've done with my work. Very controlling. And even though my gut told me not to, my fear allowed me to accept money from him as a loan a few months ago that would really make it impossible. Well, it would either make or break us, and it has broken us. It has broken us. Money has broken us. Money has broken us. Money has trumped love. My whole life, issues pertaining to money, energy pertaining to money, judgments pertaining to money, worry and fear pertaining to money, has always gotten in the way of the love that those closest to me, my immediate family, have been able to show for one another. Money always got in the way. Always. Always. I have demonstrated how little I need to keep for myself. I have proven this. I have proven this. My life proves this. All I want to do is give. All I want to do is earn what I'm capable of earning out in the world. And turn around and give that extremely powerful resource of money to people following their heart and their passions. I've demonstrated this. It may have been naive. I may have been premature in giving the money away that I did. But if anything, it was pure. It was real. It was honest. I never, ever, ever felt badly about the money I was investing in the friends that I chose to invest in as my dream team. I knew no matter what, even if something quote unquote bad happened, which it did in 2 of the cases, which is to say 2 of the people, a couple and an individual that I gave money to, are no longer a part of my life right now. Will our paths cross down the line? Maybe. Probably not likely though. It's not their fault. It's not my fault. It just happened. I had an intention, but I had an intention with the most powerful energy on our planet right now, that of money. And when money is involved, everything is affected. Unless one is truly and honestly not connected to it. The only reason I'm still connected to it now is because I have a lot to pay back. And I'm doing it. I'm doing it. And I'm trying to do it as quickly as I can. And all I'm trying to get is buy a little time from these companies. I'm not upset with them. I'm not angry with the credit card companies. They are the only ones that invested in me. Albeit not personally. It's not like I met with an individual personal banker who listened to my idea and was able to comprehend it and decide, yes, it was worthy. It was through what credit is. And believe me, the irony is far from lost on me that the most aligned energy out there that I have found as it pertains to money that is able to be given, money that was given to me, essentially given to me based on my exceptional credit with no questions asked. No questions asked. And because I was utilizing 0% offers, I had 12 to 18 months to turn that money into something of my own. Something that could pay them back. And I've never worked harder in my life. And there's no doubt that I stand here today, almost 2 years later, with every bit of confidence in myself and my abilities and my dreams. Every single bit. In fact, more so than I did 2 years ago, because now I have wildly crazier stories of how everything I needed truly fell into my lap when I needed it. And I tried to allow the man that claimed he wanted to marry me, the man that claimed I opened him up to the light again, the man who never has understood that while I'm not bringing money to the table right now, I am bringing a very powerful energy, an energy that inspires, an energy that people want to be around. That has value, tremendous value. And he has been the recipient of the most of that energy, by far, than all else in my life for almost 11 months. Nothing has gotten more energy of mine than this man. But all he could see is the dollar sign. And I've known that. And I've tried to make something work here that I knew wasn't ready. Could he possibly be the person that I'm meant to be with in a partnership forever in this life? Very possibly. But it is not right now. Because when push comes to shove, this man, although he doesn't mean it, has said and done, has mostly said some of the most hurtful things that have ever been said to me by somebody that's supposed to care about me the most. And it happened again yesterday. And in the past, I have allowed myself to experience this sort of emotional abuse for fear of losing that person from my life, for fear of believing that this is the best I can get, is somebody who loves me with all these conditions and judgments. I have known I needed to end this for months, and I keep letting it back in, hindering me, and thus hindering him in our respective growth and causing tremendous pain for us both. I am ready. I'm ready for a lifelong partner. I'm ready for a team. I am ready, so ready to stop talking about all these things that I've been talking about for my entire life and to be out in the world doing them. And I can't do them at the extent that I'm capable of with a person who doesn't get, with a person who wants to be in my life as this lifelong partner, but has no understanding yet of what it is I've actually already done and what it is that I have to contribute to the world right now. I've been trying to convince and prove myself. I let go of doing that to my family and to my friends. It's not about convincing or proving, I said, and it isn't. But I've been put in that role with this man. And he cannot trust what he cannot understand. And he does not understand. He does not really understand because he has not experienced it yet for himself. What detachment really means. Specifically, detachment from money. Because the only way you can really, in my opinion, the credibility there is when you have nothing. And when every ounce of your work, every bit of my work is going to pay something back, except for the amount that I'm paying to live in my home, which is a chunk. And it's a nice chunk. I give that, I say that. But every dollar I am spending beyond what I am spending for my rent and my bare minimum living expenses, every dollar is going to pay back these companies and the very few friends that loaned me money. I don't have any breathing room. I don't have any retirement. I don't have any security net. Every bit of my surviving is coming from my belief and faith in maintaining the pursuit of my dreams under and against all odds, and requiring more of me than I was prepared, than I would have ever been prepared to give when I started this journey 2 years ago. I didn't do anything wrong yesterday. Once again, I didn't do anything wrong. His reaction, his issues, and what he said to me, with the emotion that he said it, He hurts me again to my core. And then he expects me to just let it go. I didn't mean it. Forget about it. Just let it go. It's in the past. He says this less than an hour after it happens. Well, as yet another day was ruined. Another day off together was ruined. As yet another day off ends in this horrible energy between us. I reflected, and foolish as I continue to be, I processed this very deep hurt that he again triggered. And I foolishly wrote things to him in emails and sent them. Foolish because if I've learned anything, it's that in the thick of the emotion, nothing is received well. And what is sent out has, in our case, very high emotion tied to it. So apparently the honesty with which I told him how I felt and what I believed for our situation hurt him. He hurt me. I wasn't trying to hurt him. I was trying to explain what it felt like to once again be treated like a child with him as my parent. To be treated like he knows better than I do, and that because he loaned me this amount of money, all of a sudden he has complete control of my entire financial situation and thus my life. I wasn't trying to hurt him. I was expressing every right what I had a right to express. I didn't use any of the words he used towards me. I didn't call him any names. But I did hurt him. Without intending to, my words hurt him. And his reaction was one that I just can't ignore. One I just can't ignore. Taking back his loan. Wanting me to give him something that he knows I cannot give him right now, which is a payback of that loan. Threatening to sue me when I already was threatened by one of these credit card companies. Despite the fact that my negotiating company, the loan consolidation people, are supposed to be working on my behalf, as I've paid them 10 of 36 months of payments already to do just that. I am managing the most stress of my life. All while this man sits very financially secure right now. So there is no more denying. Well, now it's all turned around. Now what very much began as his reaction causing today's latest fight. And believe me, I will take responsibility and have taken responsibility for what parts of this is mine. It's my financial situation that has caused this stress between us. But I can't do anything about that. That existed when we met. And I have been nothing but real and completely honest with him, as I have allowed him into every detail of the most personal aspects of my life. I have talked to hardly anybody about our relationship, while he talks to all his guys at work, to his parents. Our baggage is all leaked out to them, including some of the very most private things in my world right now that I thought I could trust him with. And so even though he hurt me, he called me names with anger and with emotion that I did not deserve. And that hurt. then triggers all of my issues, which magnifies my emotions immediately. The pain gets magnified immediately and exponentially. And I should have just taken the time to process it without communicating to him. But we don't do that very well. We don't give each other much space very well at all. Well, now the space is created because now the story is that I'm an ungrateful bitch that he doesn't believe deserved to get the help that he provided to me, which he has felt since the moment he gave it. But he's been trying to lie to himself about that and take it out on me. He blames my financial situation is the reason why our life together cannot start. Because he wants to be with me, but he doesn't want to be with me with this situation. So I've been trying like hell to reconcile that. I've been trying to give him the space to be who he is and to handle this as he would handle it. All the while knowing that if the shoe was on the other foot, if the roles were reversed, I would never, ever, ever be able to react the way he has reacted. And I don't say that as judgment of him. I say that as the type of partner that I desire and that I deserve. I know how worthy I am of an investment, let alone alone. I'm not going to rest until all these companies are paid back, until the people that have loaned money to me are paid back. I have never lied. I've never manipulated. I have been only honest. I cannot let him turn me into this evil person. And that's what I keep doing. We're done. We're done. The pain is greater than I've ever known. Rather than just let relationships go that have hurt me so much and trust that everything's going to be okay. I've been trying to hold on again. My lesson is to let go when the relationship is damaging to me. And this relationship has been damaging to me, emotionally damaging, because of his need to control and his inability to trust. And so now it's time for us both to just go our separate ways. And while I have to believe that this is nothing but a good thing for me, finally, I will get back to my work. My heart is crushed. My spirit is crushed. I feel more alone than ever. I am fighting the feelings that I've had my whole life. Feelings of guilt, always wanting to just take responsibility and take blame for what has happened. Completely take the blame. And I am not doing that. We are at equal fault here. We are at equal fault. There are two of us. And neither one of us let go completely. Each one of us was protecting ourselves from the other. The saddest part of all, though, is that the energy of money has trumped the energy of love. And all I'm trying to do is break that cycle. So, with a very, 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 very heavy heart, I try to proceed with my life.